Hello, good morning, afternoon, or evening, and welcome back to Cosmic Lovers Tarot. We're doing a spread today on specifically a new relationship coming in. And this is a reading for Sagittarius, so you could be a Sagittarius sun, moon, or rising. But more than likely, if you're here, if you're seeing this video is for you, you would be single, okay? Because this is all about a new relationship coming into your life. We're going to look at several things, specifically how you'll meet, what they might look like, how they are mentally, will they be emotionally available when you meet, how will you feel towards them, how they will feel towards you, any potential issues, and the ultimate outcome of the relationship. So we're looking at a lot of things here. And I don't know why I feel called to tell you guys this, but I get the vast majority of my spreads just from Pinterest. So, unfortunately, or I don't know, I started making these little spread cards a long time ago. And just for fun, I would just copy them from Pinterest. Some of them are spreads that I make up on my own, but I wish I could give credit to, I wish that I had written down, whose spread it is. But I will in the future so that you'll know, whose spread. But for right now, in case anyone's wondering, I just search tarot spreads on Pinterest and copy down a bunch that I like, and then I just kind of try them out. So, okay. So we're going to get straight into this. I'm going to be using the Fairy Oracle deck, the traditional Rider-Waite, and also this lovely, the Phantom Wise Tarot, which kind of has like a steampunk vibe. It's a tarot deck that's based off of a book series that I actually have not read, but the art, I want to at some point because the imagery is really beautiful. Okay, we're going to start off, Sagittarius, getting an oracle to kind of help us set the tone. Maybe an oracle for Sagittarius, please. An oracle for Sagittarius. Okay, moderation. Is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthily, although the fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. Okay. This is the Fairy Oracle deck, by the way. All right, so this makes me think that, there's a few different things that this could mean, and honestly, we'll get more information as we pull more cards, but seeing this new person as someone who knows how to have a good time, like a very, moderation might actually be an issue for this person, but like in a good way. Like I'm seeing them as kind of like the life of the party, which I'm also feeling might be different from the type of person that you normally date if you're like a more reserved person. But I think that this idea of moderation is going to be something that is going to come up in the context of the relationship, because almost like blending opposites, the two of you are going to be actually quite different in terms of how you partake substances or how much you like to go out, or even just like your eating habits or something like that. So we're going to get a little bit more into this. I want to see, can you tell us, how will they meet? How will Sagittarius meet this person? How will they meet? Okay, the Five of Wands. Actually, I'm starting to think, it's funny because, okay, so as I was like looking at your moderation over here, I was thinking that you might meet in some type of support group, like AA or something like that. And that's what I was saying about like substances might be a thing. And this Five of Wands here, I'm seeing this as like you battling something internally, like internal strife, but you're not doing it by yourself. You're doing it with a group. So again, I have this support group kind of thing coming through. So I don't know, Sag, if you guys are currently in a support group, or it doesn't have to be AA, just a group. It could be a fitness group. It could be a book club, but definitely like a group setting, some type of group that you're in. And I think this person, oh, sorry, hold on. I knocked my tripod off. Sorry, hold on. Okay, so I'm seeing that, I don't know if you've ever watched the show This Is Us, but in This Is Us, two of the main characters, Kate and Toby, meet in a Overeaters Anonymous support group, and that's what I keep seeing in my head. So you might actually go to Overeaters Anonymous, I'm not sure. But either way, there's definitely like a support group kind of vibe here for how you're going to meet this person. Yeah, so we're going to get more into that. What do they look like? They might also just be very supportive for you, you know. Oh, like that might be that, I'm still seeing group. Okay. Queen of Wands in reverse for what they look like. Okay. So right out the gate, I'm telling you, their rising sign might be, they might have a fire rising sign. So either Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo could be their rising. Now, in terms of what they will look like, I'm thinking like a rosy complexion, like they're the type of person that like when they're excited about things, they blush a lot. Seeing them with either red hair or blonde hair, so like lighter features, and they do have a bit of like a high energy kind of thing going on, like but it's hard to describe it. Their energy is like very hot and cold, like almost like bipolar, not in a bad way bipolar, but just that whole concept of like they're on then they're off, and when they're on, they're like they're going a mile a minute. I mean, they might actually be bipolar, but I mean, they definitely have like a bipolar tendency to them in terms of like they go from one extreme to the next. They might be a person that is, when they're out, oh, like I'm seeing like, okay, if this person is not an AA, obviously, if they're a drinker, they're the type of person that like rages for the weekend, kind of like a weekend warrior, and then they need like 4 days to recover, and they just like won't get out of bed, or, you know, they won't leave the house, and their friends are like doing drive-bys to make sure they're okay, like, but that's just them. They need, and this goes back to this concept of moderation here, which is going to be something that's going to be, I think, difficult for you. Like, I'm actually looking back at your moderation card here, and you see how she's like, this fairy is like eating alone. I'm seeing this as you in certain moments during this relationship feeling like, seriously? Like, so okay, so the positives of this person are they're very exciting. They're very spontaneous. They're the type to just be like, hey, what do you want to do this weekend? Want to go to the beach? Like, hop in the truck. Let's go. On the flip side of that, they can be they're like that in the reverse too. So what I mean by that is if they have dinner plans with you and they get called by their buddies to go, you know, on some type of like last minute excursion to Vegas or something, they will take that and they will go, and they'll be like, sorry babe, something came up. And that's just who they are. And you're left kind of like, okay, I got all dressed up for this. Like, I was waiting for you. Okay, it's fine. Like, I see you as like putting on this smile of like, it's fine, because you love their energy and you appreciate who they are as a person. But I think it will lead to a little bit of like emotional instability for you. So just something to keep in mind, but we'll get some more information like as we go forward. And again, I really see you meeting this person as part of a group setting, but it might not be Okay, it could be a support group. It could also be like a hobby group, I don't even know why I said that, but you know what I mean. An interest group, like a bowling league, or like a trivia night, or something like that. Something social. Like I said, this is a very social person, but I have to be real with you, Sagittarius. They do have some emotional instability. Like I don't see it so much in you. I actually see them kind of clinging to you for emotional support a little bit. Like, and they're not making a show of it. They're not like, oh, Sagittarius, like, please come and hold my hand while I sit on the couch and like be depressed. It's just that they see stability in you, and it leads them to kind of gravitate towards you unconsciously. That's their unconscious motivation. Their motivations are very pure. They're very sweet. But I see this as, I don't know, let's get a little further in and see. Okay. Oh, yeah. So how are they mentally? Okay. So mentally, well, it's funny. I just got done saying that I thought they had emotional issues, but mentally they're showing up as the world, which is a great sign. This means that they're a deep thinker, but they follow things through to completion. The world is all about the end of a cycle, completing things, finishing things out. That's a very positive sign. This makes me think that, so this makes me think that, yes, this person is reckless. They are spontaneous, but they know who they are, and you're actually really going to admire that about them. I admire that about them. They're not making any apologies about who they are, and their nature, which is really cool. Even though, like I said, they have this very spontaneous energy, they're just like, they're kind of like, take it or leave it. This is who I am. And you appreciate that about them. I think well, let's just keep going. Because I don't want to get too far when we've got more cards to spit out. So I'm going to look at whether or not, okay, so that's how they are. Okay, so mentally, they're balanced. They're sharp. Okay, this is really cool. And you guys have, they stimulate you intellectually in a way that maybe nobody has before. They expand your horizons with this world here. They make you think of concepts that you've never thought of before. I see you guys staying up all night talking, and just taking an old concept, something like libertarianism, for instance, and it comes up, you guys are flipping a channel, and you see a libertarian talk show host on the TV, and it sparks a 5-hour long conversation about the differences between libertarianism and anarchy, and you guys are challenging each other, but in this really great way. Sorry if I gendered, this person, whether, whatever their gender is, they have this way of making connections between things that you never saw before. I'm seeing these little synapses, of neurons, these stars here are the synaptic neurons of your brain, firing off with conversation with this person, and they make you feel like this, the whole world is contained in their mind. They have such a deep understanding of the world and a deep reservoir of knowledge that you actually feel almost wow, I almost feel like a kid in front of them, because they know so much. And this tree here is making me think of a Carl Jung quote that I particularly love. And it talks about how it says something like, no tree can reach heaven, it is said, unless its roots go stretch down to hell. And Carl Jung was a fringe psychologist who dealt with, how do I summarize this? Basically, just like various aspects of the human condition, looking at it through the lens of like the shadow, integrating the shadow. He dealt with dream interpretation. He did a lot of really great work in terms of like mapping the human psyche. This particularly is really like calling to me because it's showing me that this person that's coming in, they have a depth to them. They have like a serious darkness. Like they've seen their shadow. I think this person has definitely had mental health issues in the past, or even now might struggle with. I'm really seeing for some of you, this is not true for all of you, but for some of you, definitely this person is sober now, but they had a substance issue in the past. For others of you, they just imbibe and do whatever they want. But this is a person that has been down to the depths of their psyche, and that intimidates you a little bit because I feel like you see that reflected back to you. You see the potential for their darkness, and like not darkness. Like I don't want to insinuate that this person is dangerous or like evil in any way, shape, or form. It's not that. It's just that they have a depth to them that you haven't experienced with other people that you've dated in the past. And it also makes them seem a little bit unstable. But trust me when I say they've really done the work. I mean, they've done the work, but let's see how they are emotionally, okay? Okay, so emotionally speaking, are they emotionally available? 8 of Pentacles, yes. This is great. They've done the work, and they are still doing the work. One of my favorite things about the 8 of Pentacles is that, this is about a craftsman that is taking time. Let me zoom in on these cards, actually, guys, so you can see what I see. Okay. So this is a craftsman who is taking his time, right? And I love it's a watch, and I'm like, he's taking his time. But that is what I love most about the 8 of Pentacles. He has all these other coins that he's already crafted them, and yet he still pays like executingly fine detail to this one. Even though he has all these others, he doesn't care. Each one is precious to him. And honestly, that's how this person feels about his emotional experiences and his emotional world. This person that you're getting into a relationship with is like, they value and honor all of their emotions. This is their emotional landscape, and they honor sadness just as much as they do rage, just as much as they do joy, just as much as they do longing, just as much as they do fear. They honor every single emotion, and it's really beautiful, but it can make for a turbulent ride because this is someone who, I'm not gonna like sugarcoat this for you. This is a person who is going to honor their emotions to the point that they are not going to suppress anything. This is not a person who you can have dinner with and they're upset about something and they're not going to let you know. They will let you know. And so if you enjoy that kind of, thing, but they're not shallow. I've met certain people who have a shallowness to them. And what happens when you have that type of shallowness, and I don't mean to say that in like in a bad way or like a judgmental way. What I'm saying is that certain people live like off the seat of their pants, basically. Like they just shit just wicks off of them. I don't know if like this makes any sense, but it's like people that are really quick to cry or quick to get mad or quick to do things or have certain emotional experiences. It's almost like as soon as the emotion hits them, they go, ah, and they just react to it. Like, if that makes sense. And then some people sit for a minute and they feel and they're like, wait, what is this? And they process it internally and then they relay it to you. Your person is more of the second type of person. Even though I said, yes, they're very spontaneous with their actions, they are not with their emotions. They take time with their emotions. They analyze them. But they're quick with their actions, if that makes sense. So they're a little like, this is a very complex person. It's hard to like really put them in a box, Okay, I'm going to switch gears here. We're going to go to Rider-Waite. And I'm going to look at how will you feel towards them. How will Sagittarius feel towards them? Oh, wow. Okay. Funny. All right, so I got... This is why I always use 2 decks, guys, because we get double cards that pop out. Okay, so we got 5 of Wands again and 3 of Wands. Okay. You are going to feel challenged by this person. There's no way around that. You're going to feel challenged by this person, but they are going to expand your horizons. So, this is getting into a little bit of tricky territory, so bear with me here. For those of you who are going to meet this person in a support group like AA, this person might challenge your sobriety. If you are sober currently, I would just be on the lookout for this person because I'm not sure how committed they are to their own sobriety. Or alternatively, if you are a person in somehow or some way, shape, or form, I'm seeing this person causing some kind of relapse in you. And possibly awakening something within you, sparking some type of fire in you that maybe like scares you almost. Like, but I'm seeing you also here, like looking out at the horizon of what is possible and wanting to like plunge into these like beautiful waters, you know? So I think you're going to be a little bit conflicted about this person, about whether or not like it's worth it. And honestly, Sag, like only you can decide if it's worth it, you know? I mean, I'm going to try to give you some more information here so we can see what you will think. Let's see how they will feel towards you. Just flew right out. Oh, wow. Death card. Okay, let me sit on this for a second. So, can I clarify this death card? How do they feel about Sagittarius? And why is it death? I mean, right out the gate, guys, it looks like they want, let's see. Oh, yeah, okay. So clarified by Fool and 6 of Swords. Yeah, okay. They feel really big feelings for you. And in fact, these feelings are so big that they can't quite define them. Like, so the way that they feel about you is legitimately indefinable, but I will say that, or no, not legitimately indefinable. It's very murky, but what I'm sensing for the most part, okay, let me try to, it's not enough to just be like, it's indefinable. I can figure out a way to define it. So the way they feel about you is hard to describe, but it's basically like, all right, this is it for me. I'm done. Now the rest of my life can begin, if that makes any sense. The way that they feel about you has also, so like what they have done to you is they have stirred up some type of conflict within you that is making you feel like if you take the plunge and you dive into this relationship, it is going to open up an entirely new world for you. But it's scary because you're like, I don't know, like, what this is going to do to me. This person is sure that you are the person that they want in their life. They see this like brand new start with you. Like this death card here is like the end of their past. They're like, okay, cool, I'm done with that. Like, oh, I see them. They see you as a fresh start, clean slate. Everything is brand new. That's what this like Fool is. Like, it's like this baggage that they've been carrying around doesn't matter with you somehow. They feel, yeah, so this person is like ready to settle down, you know, but specifically with you because of how they feel about you. It's really intense, actually. The feelings that they have for you are very intense. Okay, we're going to look at any potential issues in the relationship. Okay, potential issues, 10 of Wands in reverse. Okay, all right. So potential issues are actually pretty easily solved, guys. So potential issues are that one or both of you is going to feel like you are the only one feeling the intensity of the feelings that you're feeling. So what I mean by that is you've got a person here, your person that's coming in is a person that takes great care with his emotions, takes great pride with his emotions, sits, and like I said, it's so interesting, this person. I don't think I've ever met anyone like this before, because it's so hard for me to actually put a grasp, or like they don't fit into like a standard archetype at all, because and I think it's because of what they've been through. They've had a rich and varied like tapestry of a life that is scarred and broken in places, and like the way that like when you go through shit, like traumatic shit, and you find your own path out of it, it scabs you over in this really unique way, so that your life story body becomes this very odd and very unique like tapestry, right? It's unique to you because you didn't go just like the standard path. Then you would have a standard, body scar, whatever path. But this is like, this person is very unique. And in some ways that scares you. And in some ways you feel like you can't even talk to them. And they feel similarly towards you because they see you as very, very precious to them. They see you as like I said, they see you as like the end all be all. They see you as the new start. We're leaving everything else behind. It's me and you. And this death card is making me think of the fact that when you make a choice, when you really make a choice, you commit murder to all other options. And that's something that a lot of people don't think about. When you make a choice, you're actually making 100 small choices also. Like one choice is the death of all other options. And that's how he feels about you. You represent the death of all other options because he doesn't want anyone else. Just you. And so he is feeling scared also because this is like opening a brand, and this person has been through some shit, okay? And yet he's like, and remember, it could be a she. It's just for some reason this person has a lot of masculine energy, so it's coming out as a he, but it could be any gender. Or this person is like, they're not overwhelmed by their feelings for you. But here's the thing. Both of you are going to go through a time where you feel like you are the only one that has the big feelings. And I'm here to tell you that you are not. The other person has the big feelings too. So you can talk about it. I see you doing a lot of kind of internal processing. I see him doing a lot of internal processing, when in actuality, you guys could split these wands. The 10 of Wands is carrying something all by yourself. You don't have to. You can split them. You can talk about it. In fact, in this relationship, you're going to find a lot of the feelings that you have being mirrored back to you. And so I guess my advice going forward would be to just be honest. When you meet this person, be honest. It's okay to be vulnerable. This person is going to be really easy to be vulnerable with. It's not even going to feel like work, It's just going to be like, it's going to be smooth sailing, I promise. Because this is a person who has been there. He's been through the shit, okay? So we got, okay. The outcome of the relationship is 10 of Swords. To be honest, that looks awful, right? But I think this is the cards being a little bit cheeky, okay? Because we've got the 10 of Wands in reverse here and the 10 of Swords here. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. The cards are not going to tell you the outcome of this relationship because that is not set in stone. The Ten of Swords here indicates that this relationship could be the end of a cycle for you. This could be the end-all be-all relationship. This could be the one that's going to last forever. This like your partner wants it to be, and like you. But see, you are actually undecided about whether or not you want that. This person that's coming into your relationship knows that they want you and only you, and they want to make this last, but you are the one that is on the fence. And so my cards can't tell you what the outcome of this relationship is going to be because you have to decide that for yourself. And that's really exciting because what I can tell you, just to briefly recap here, is that you've got a very interesting, dynamic, compelling person coming your way who is going to challenge you in ways that that honestly I'm actually kind of envious of because it sounds like a lot of fun. You're going to be challenged in some really cool ways to like kind of get outside of your comfort zone and get outside of your box. Thinking of that movie, Along Came Polly, that might be relevant to you in some way, but where Jennifer Aniston's character is like dating this insurance salesman who plays it safe. I think it's one of those little like adorable comedians, Ben Stiller, I think, and Jennifer Aniston is like, it actually might be Sarah Jessica Parker. I think it's Jennifer Aniston, but she's like challenging him to do. So she's like a wild woman, you know. She's like, let's go skydiving, let's go jump with sharks, and like all that. That's the type of energy. I don't know, for some reason I see you guys like going to South America or something, backpacking through, you know, the jungle. Like that's something that this person would do. Seem like definitely they're a bit of a psychonaut. They like exploring their inner world. Probably have a number of strange experiences to tell you about. They have, like I said, they have a rich tapestried life. They are complicated, they are complex, but they are sincere, and they sincerely care about you. And yeah, like I said, it is up to you to decide how far you want this relationship to go. But the cool thing is that they will be there when you are ready. But I have to say, I don't think they will be there forever, obviously. So, not to like pressure you or anything, but when this person shows up in your life, I would think seriously about like what level of commitment you want to give to them, because this could be very cool. And it could be, like I said, it could be the end of a long cycle of like, I'm seeing this as like the end of your solitude, or the end of carrying it alone. You know, this is coming to a close. And I guess that's about all I have for you guys. I hope that made sense. That was a little bit of a more chaotic reading on my end, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was really fun. And as always, I'm just so pleased that you let me read your cards. It was a really fun time for me. And if you enjoyed the content, please subscribe to the channel, throw up a like if you feel so compelled to do, and and comment down below if this resonated with you. If you watch this reading and then a month goes by and then you meet this person that I described, please come back to the channel and be like, hey, I found the person. I think that would be so cool. But other than that, I hope y'all have an amazing day, rest of your day or night, whenever it is that you're watching this. And take care, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.